Hey everybody, Common Elder here. Welcome to my April 2018 pickups. There's not a lot because of the Midwest Gaming Classic, but I did get a few things, so I thought I'd check it out. Find out what I got after the break. Alright guys, so like I said, it is very light this month because most of my money went towards the Midwest Gaming Classic. I almost included these in that video, but I didn't have enough time to get all the gameplay ready for it, and plus I just wanted that to focus solely on the Midwest Gaming Classic. So first things first, my birthday was the beginning of the month. I did a live stream, so thanks to everyone who came to that. But then my brother brought me some video games, and so these are the ones he got me. I'll start with the Game Boy Advance games. First one, TMNT. So this is a game I had heard about somewhere that it was a pretty solid Turtles game, and it's a very good beat 'em up. You go around fighting the foot soldiers as usual. It's got a few RPG elements. You can gain health and stats and stuff by doing certain things, so that's kind of cool. It's just a solid beat 'em up. I like how you can jump and attack that way, and you can keep jumping off enemies over and over again, so that's kind of fun. And you can pick up weapons to use other than your normal turtle weapons, so that's pretty cool. Next one, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. So Super Mario Bros. 3 is my favorite Super Mario Bros. Game of all time. And he said they had that game. I was like, yeah, I want all those. So now I think I'm only missing Super Mario Advance 3. I think that's the only one left. But it's a pretty fun game. They did the Super Mario All-Stars version. That's okay. I like the original better, but it works. But the hardest part is, since I play it on my Game Boy Player on my GameCube, just getting used to the button placement, just with where the A and B is going more up versus down or sideways, so it's hard to do your holding down the run button and jump at the same time. But it's still a solid game. It's a lot of fun, and now I can play Super Mario Bros. 3 on the go. Now he got me a couple NES games. First one, Iron Tank by SNK. So Iron Tank was a game I had seen in the game store, and I just didn't pick it up. And afterwards, I was just flipping through my Pat the NES Punk's complete NES guide, and it got a decent rating. So I'm like, well, hey, it's cheap. I should pick it up. So he picked it up for me. It's a solid game. It reminds me kind of like the Jackal game, similar to that. The only thing I don't like are the controls. The one button shoots your machine gun, or whichever way your tank's facing the entire time, and then the other button does your turret, but the turret moves. And I'm having a hard time getting used to controlling the turret very well. But it's a decent game for $5. It's definitely worth it. It's pretty fun. It's just kind of hard. I just got to get used to it. Next one, Seacross. So this one surprised me. So you go around on these futuristic bikes, going around shooting other bikes or ramming them off the road. And you can get these little guys that are hanging out, and you get energy tanks. You can shoot these green crane-looking things, and you get stars for points. You can also get upgrades to your weapon, so you shoot faster. It's a pretty decent game. I enjoy it, and again, it's very cheap. Definitely keep an eye out for it. Next game, Shadowgate. So Shadowgate is a point-and-click adventure. It's one of those games where either you need to painstakingly grind through it, trying to figure out what to do and dying a lot, or just follow a guide. One thing that really sucks is you have these torches, and they kind of work as your timer. So when the torch runs out, if you don't have any torches left, you die. I remember when my buddy was over the night before Midwest Gaming Classic, Zach, and we were playing this, couldn't get out of the second room once you get into the castle. It was just, didn't know what to do. Finally, he looked it up, and you have to go outside, and there's a skull right above the door. You have to open that to get a key. So it's very annoying, but I do kind of like the deaths. Sometimes it's kind of funny. You'll grab a book off a pedestal, and then something will happen and that'll kill you. Sometimes you'll run through some slime and you dissolve. So it's pretty cool that way. A definitely interesting game. I don't know if I'd like it, but it's not too bad. And then the last game, the best of the bunch, Super Spike V-Ball and Nintendo World Cup. So I absolutely love Super Spike V-Ball. That same night that Zach was over, we were testing these games. We had a lot of fun. The Super Spike V-Ball game, just so cool. Just hit spiking it, and it's very easy controls. Did take a while to get used to the serving. Sometimes I'd whiff or hit too early, but gotten much better at that. Computer's much tougher, One thing I love about this, you can be Billy and Jimmy from Double Dragon. That's freaking awesome. So Super Spike V-Ball is awesome. The Nintendo World Cup is fun too. I didn't like it at first when I played it with Zach, just because it seemed like his computer players were much better than my players. But now I played against the computer and did a lot better. It kind of sucks controlling one player and not be able to change it. So if the ball's way on the other side of the field, it gets kicked down there, it takes you a while to get down there. But you can slide tackle people, there's no penalties. The goalie can knock you out, and eventually if you get hit down enough, you will be laying on the ground for the entire rest of the half. So that's pretty funny. So a very solid game. Again, I think all of these were about $5. So very cool. Next, so a couple games I got from other people. First one was from Alan Jenks for winning the LGN contest, and that is Wario Land 4. So I already had the first 3 Wario Lands, got 2 of them at the Midwest Gaming Classic, and I wanted Wario Land 4, and we had agreed that it'd be about a $10 game that we would buy for each other, whoever lost the LGN quest. It's a very solid Wario Land game. Still, my first one is my favorite, but this one's pretty cool. I love how it looks. The graphics are great. Looks really cool on the Game Boy Advance. Love all the colors. They really pop and they're very vibrant. Haven't spent a lot of time with it. Back in the Gamer said it was a pretty good game, so definitely look forward to trying more of that out. Next game was a giveaway from Do You Nerd. They're doing a live stream, and they were giving away 3 games. First one was Super C, which I already have. Second one was X-Men on the Sega Genesis, which I already have. And so the third one, only game I didn't have, Phalanx on the Super Nintendo. This thing has to have my favorite cover art of all time. And no one would ever guess what type of game this was just by looking at the cover. But it's a shoot 'em up, and it's pretty fun. I am very bad at shoot 'em ups, but I like playing them. I mean, even the first game I was playing on easy, and I died, I think, 3 times before I finished the first level. But shoot 'em ups are what I love about the Super Nintendo. I love the sound, I love the graphics, I love seeing things explode. So it's very cool. It's just a very fun game. And like I said, you're never going to notice that or realize that just by looking at that cover art. So thank you, Do Your Nerd. Definitely check them out. They're fantastic. A couple other things they gave me. Their little card, which is an awesome logo, by the way. And their Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram accounts. So check them out there if you haven't. I love how they're QR codes. And they also gave me a Do You Nerd pen. So that I will be definitely using. I already used it for my game room already when I keep track of all the games I got. And last one, the best of the month. You guys have already seen it if you watch my channel. The God of War Collector's Edition. No gameplay footage for this just because I've been live streaming it. I haven't had a chance to actually just hook it up and just record straight video. But this game is fantastic. I was very worried at first because I love the original 3 God of War games. I love the hack and slash. I love the fast pace. I love Kratos' vengeance and how angry he gets. He's a very powerful character. And this game has blown me away. It's much slower paced. It's very story driven. It reminds me a lot of The Last of Us, but it's awesome. I mean, it is a completely different game than the original trilogy, but it's very familiar. The fighting is familiar. You know, Kratos himself is familiar. You can see that rage come out in him every once in a while. I love the little subtle hints to the other games. I'm at one part right now where you keep talking about people killing their fathers, and Atreus is like, what? Who would do that? That's stupid. And, you know, obviously Kratos killed his dad, and so it's just funny Kratos' response to that. So if you haven't checked this out, definitely check it out. It is fantastic. I was talking to my buddy Paul today. He was asking me where I'd rank this in the other God of War games, and I just said, you know, I don't think you can. I think you have to kind of take the other God of War games and just they're their own entity. And then hopefully there's more God of War games after this that are similar to this, and that'll be their own entity. They're just such different games. It's too hard to compare. But it's excellent. Definitely check it out. So there you go. Those are my pickups for April 2018. Again, not very much. Most of them went to the Midwest Gaming Classic, but I got a lot of fun games. Every single one of these I really enjoyed playing. So let me know what you think. Have you played God of War? What do you think of it? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. And until next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.